I have my bacon going right now, so I'm going to let that cook. And the seasonings that I will be using is a little bit of garlic powder, Old Bay seasoning, black pepper, Creole seasoning, paprika, and just a little bit of onion powder. I won't be using a lot of that since we have the green onions here. Regular salt, just like a little pinch of it for my filling. So I am going to let this cook. Okay, so while off camera I did go ahead and let the bacon cook up, and I took it off the heat, and I went ahead and took the tail off my shrimp. I used Old Bay seasoning, onion powder, paprika, garlic powder, and black pepper, and the Creole seasoning. So I'm going ahead and go and mix this up, and then I'm going to put it on the heat. Okay, I'm back. I done seasoned my shrimp. I will tell y'all this: use whatever seasoning y'all want to use, and however much you want to use. Like, you don't have to go by what I'm using. It's just my preference. That's the seasoning I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and get this shrimp on the heat. I just went ahead and used the same grease for my shrimp. And y'all, I'm left-handed, so if you see like my hands just going over and over, it's because I'm holding the phone. I'm more comfortable holding the phone with my right hand. So we're gonna get those fried up, I would say about a few minutes on each side. You don't wanna let them cook all the way, because they do have to go into the filling, and all of this will be going into the oven. So we'll be back. Okay, so I went ahead and took my shrimp off the heat, and now I'm about to do the filling. I went ahead and put my cream cheese in the bowl that I'll be mixing it in, and I put the green onions in there as well. I made the mistake last time using a small bowl, and it was kind of hard to keep everything in there, so I won't spill over. You see, I broke my bacon up into pieces, and then I did my shrimp the same. So here's what we're going to do. It's filling time, so we're going to add some mozzarella cheese to this. Some mozzarella cheese. Some Parmesan cheese. I'm not going to put a whole lot of Parmesan cheese in here, but I will put enough. That's good enough. Okay, so I am going to stir this up a little bit, because you know I want the cream cheese to be broken down a bit. If you would prefer, it would be best to use softened cream cheese. I did not soften my cream cheese, but I did let it sit out for a couple of hours, so it's not as hard being in the fridge. So let me mix this up, and I'll be back. Okay, so I got that mixed up a bit, so I'm going to add my bacon in here. I did add a little bit more mozzarella cheese in my filling. Is one thing that I did do different this time. I did not have any bell peppers like I did the first time. You can, it's optional, you can saute some bell peppers. So I'm going to put my shrimp in here. And I cut these up in, I'd say, a decent size. I didn't want them to be too big or too small. So I'm going to put some crab meat in here. Crab meat. I wish I did have like a bigger bowl though. This is gonna be so good. We tore it up the last time. We tore it up. Okay, so I do have some shrimp that's left over. Yeah, I do have some shrimp that's left over. I'm going to mix this and see how it looks, whether I want to add it in there or not. But we're going to mix this up.
This is so good. Warm or cool, it is so good.
I'm going to go ahead and put some lemon juice in here. It's not going to hurt to put a lot, so it'll be just fine and good. I want to make sure this time that I get this cream cheese mix, because it was still some at the bottom that wasn't mixed too well the last time. See how those colors get mixed up in there? Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more shrimp in here because I want every bite to have some shrimp in it. And a little bit more crab meat. Look, this is my way of doing it, so if you want to do all the measuring and all this other stuff, y'all can do that. But this is my way of doing it. I kind of like eyeball everything. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna season this really quick.
Use my Old Bay seasoning. And don't worry, it's not a lot. I'm just shaking it like this. This thing is like so hard to come out. A little bit of paprika. A little black pepper. A tiny bit of green powder, not a whole lot. And a little bit of garlic powder. I'm going to use a little pinch of regular salt. As you go, taste to make sure it's seasoned to your preference. bit more seasoning in here just to make sure. You know, you want no tasteless stuff. Like, I'm so used to like my family cooking and everything had taste in it. Don't worry, I am healthy. I'm healthy, no health problems. None of that. I'm putting a little bit more lemon juice though. And that will be the last time that I season this a little bit. Next we're going to get our salmon ready.
Let me set up and get some of this stuff out of my way so that I can get my salmon together so it can go in the oven. Now look how that looks. It looks better in person. You can't really see all the colors and the seasonings, but it looks really good. Okay, so I went ahead and put my fish in the pan and I seasoned it with the same seasoning I used throughout the whole recipe. So look at this filling. Look at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the filling on one fish, the salmon. And don't be stingy with the filling. You gotta fill them up. So they're looking like this, all full. They are full. I'm gonna go ahead and put the top layer. Salmon on the top. Look at that. It's not done. It's not even cooked and it looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and season the top of my salmon. Yeah, huh? Yeah? I have my boys in here. They like being under their mommy. So that was Old Bay seasoning. I'm gonna use a little paprika. A little black pepper. Just a tiny bit of onion powder. Again, these are the same seasonings that I use throughout the whole recipe. And a little bit of lemon juice.
Okay, friends, I am so glad you are here to celebrate. Another birthday for my sweet little maiden, and another successful year of refuge from death.
Alright. And where did I put my... Okay. Scary. Okay, so I'm gonna put some butter on top of this. Yes, butter. Okay, y'all, so this is how we're looking. This is how we're looking. So we're gonna pop these in the oven on 325, 350 for about, I'll say about 20 minutes.